Hello everyone. Yesterday we have started our next chapter, that is metals and non-metals, chapter number 6. Yes students, in our previous class we have discussed some properties, some physical properties of metals and non-metals, on the basis of these properties we can classify a particular substance in the category of metals or non-metals. Yes students, we had discussed about the physical state of metals, about the brittlity, about the tensile strength, the melting point and the boiling point, and the density. And to understand the density of metals and non-metals, we had discussed them in detail. We had clarified the meaning of density properly. I think you people are getting it. Still, if you have any doubt, you can call me on my personal number. Okay, students? Now, let's begin with the next properties of metals. Malleability is the next physical property of metals and non-metals. First of all, what do you understand by malleability? See, you have observed that metals can be converted into thin sheets. You have seen aluminium foil. You have seen that very thin layer of some silver color on Kaju Katli. On number of sweets, you have seen a very thin silver layer. See how much thin it is. It is a metal. It is silver metal, and that is known as a very thin layer of silver metal which is lying on the surface of the sweets and many other dishes. Yes, even then the most malleable metal is the gold. Yes, gold can be converted into even thinner sheets than that silver also. That's why the malleability of gold is very high. Or we can say that metals are showing the property of malleability. Metals are malleable, but non-metals are non-malleable. We are unable to convert them into thin sheets. See how we are converting the metals into thin sheets. We are hitting them again and again, and they will become flat, flat and more flat, and will convert into thin sheets. See. But if we start beating the non-metallic substances, then they break. They will not going to be convert into thin sheets. Okay, students? Yes, now the next property is ductility. The property of metals to be drawn into wires. See, students, as you all know that metals are the good conductor of heat and electricity, and we are using the metals to carry the current, to carry the electricity from one place to another. We have copper wiring at our home. This copper is a wire, and we are finding it in the form of wire. It means metal can be converted in the form of wires, but non-metals we are unable to convert them in the form of wires. Now, but still, you have seen the wire of copper. As I told you, one more example of wiring. You have watched in television, or you have used the clothes, the Banarsi clothes, on which the traditional zari work is lying over there. This zari work is made up of real gold. Gold metal is getting converted into thin wire, very very thin wires, and that wires are used for embroidery purposes on the clothes. These clothes were worn by the kings, queens in our traditional period. Such type of clothes, naturally they are very expensive, as they are made up of, their embroidery is made up of real gold. It means gold is the most ductile metal, but even then, even more ductility is shown by platinum. Platinum is the most ductile metal, although it is not mentioned in your book. But students, gold is the most ductile metal, but more than gold, platinum is showing few more percentage of ductility in comparison to gold also. Gold is ductile and platinum is more ductile than gold. Clear? Although ductility is shown by all the metals, but these metals are the most ductile one. Okay, students? See, you have seen the copper wiring, aluminium wiring. Aluminium wire is lying near in our balconies to hang the clothes. Hangers are made up of aluminium wires. So these all are metals and they are converting into wires, whether they are thick or thin. Okay, students? But we are unable to convert the non-metals in the form of wires. They will get break. Okay, students? Yes, metals are the good conductor of heat and electricity, and non-metals are mostly good insulators. Now, means what are insulators? The substance which are the bad conductor of heat and electricity. Means non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. But there are some exceptional cases. As we have studied the number of exceptional cases in our previous lecture regarding the physical state of metals. See, metals are solid, but one metal which we can find in liquid state at room temperature, that is mercury. Similarly, all non-metals are the soft solids, but bromine is the non-metal which we can find in the liquid state at room temperature. Again, metals are hard. They are very hard, but sodium is a soft metal. Many students are having problem in this question, that is in text question number 5, that the metal, name the metal which is soft enough to can cut with the help of knife. Naturally, the substance which is soft, we can cut that substance only with the help of knife. Otherwise, we are unable to cut the iron with the help of knife. Are you able to cut? No, it is not possible to cut iron into pieces with the help of knife. So it means some soft metals can be cut. So that soft metal, it means that is an exceptional case of metal, that they are very soft, and that example of this exceptional case is sodium and potassium, as they are the most reactive metal and the soft metals which can cut with the help of knife. We will study about the reactivity in our next lecture. Okay, now after that the next point is sonoricity. Yes, metals are sonorous and non-metals are non-sonorous. See, if you are dropping a plastic plate or a steel plate produce a ringing sound while the plastic plate drop more silently. This is why musical instruments like guitar, violin have strings made of metals. Once you strike them, they start vibrating and produce musical sounds. Clear? While non-metals are non-sonorous, you are unable to produce that ringing sound by throwing the plastic plate or plastic spoon. But if you are dropping a metallic spoon on the ground, you will find some ringing sound. If you have observed, okay. If you haven't observed, observe it today. Okay. By the end of these all properties, we have done with the physical properties of metal. Now let's recall all the physical properties of metal. The one is physical state. The other one is conductivity of heat and electricity, sonorosity, malleability, ductility, density, hardness, luster, melting and boiling point. You can easily differentiate metals and non-metals on the basis of all these properties, isn't it? From tomorrow onwards, we will start the chemical properties of metals and non-metals by the time start writing some questions as your classwork. Yes, students, open your notebooks now. Yes, write down the first short question, that is differentiate between metals and non-metals. Students, in that question the book is asking for only 3 difference, but you have to write the difference as much as possible. See, in the first column they are showing some properties on the basis of which they are differentiating metals and non-metals. Appearance. See, metals are lustrous while non-metals are dull. Hardness. Metals are hard and non-metals are soft. Malleability. Can be beaten into thin sheets. They cannot be beaten into thin sheets. Ductility. Can be drawn into wires. Cannot be drawn into wires. Heat conduction. Good conduction of heat. Good poor conduction of heat. Conduction of electricity. Good conduction of electricity. Poor conduction of electricity. Now here they are showing, here I am going to show you only 6 points, but the 7th point is density. Yes, metals are having high density and non-metals have low density. Let me show it to you once. Yes, these are the more properties of metals and non-metals, that is density. Yes, metals are highly dense while non-metals are less dense. Melting and boiling point. Naturally, metals are having very high melting point while non-metals have low melting point. Tensile strength, brittlity. You can write more and more properties as much as you can think. Try to write them. Yes, students, this is the class work. Now your homework. Do key terms of chapter number 2. Chapter number 6. Metals and non-metals. Students, many students are asking for where have to do the work. Please students, try to understand. If you have 2 notebooks, then you have to make set A and set B like every time you people are making. But now, as due to corona, you people are not going outside and you are not having the proper amount of these notebooks and stock. So you can make your work on pin pages, or you can do work in the same notebook, or if you have notebook then you can make set B. Okay, I think now it is clear. You people are not going to ask this much of silly questions again and again. Okay, thank you everyone.